It's really infinitely funny how many horrible things we have done and said directly in front of Kim, and yet Kim continues to be like, he's got his own way to solve the case. It's no big deal. And it makes sense that, like, they couldn't just make it so Kim would, like, abandon you and desert the case, but
yeah,
it is.
But you would
weird.
You would think trying to shoot a child would have had a more dramatic impact on our relationship, for sure.
And like, I bought that speed, and he was so disappointed in me, but then it was like 2 lines of being disappointed, and the rest he's like, who cares? All right, Kuno. You're gonna love this, my man.
Fuck does Kuno care?
I don't. There's no option to give him speed.
The fuck about it?
None of these.
Get lost. Yeah. The kingdom
Is it possible
of Kuno,
it was an option in the failed
Kuno
check?
doesn't give Kuno's Kuno.
I don't know.
You already know that slow shit.
At least I knew.
Kuno thinks you have brain damage or some shit.
Kuno, stop being nice to the pig!
Ease off, see. Don't be. The fuck do you want with it? It's a vitamin pig. Okay.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno.
You're not getting.
Fuck you, pig. Don't.
Oh, that. Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape. Yeah. Watch it. Good call, Pigmeister.
Well.
Don't come. Kuno.
Okay, well.
Gary's a
They're
liar.
not giving Kuno any speed.
So that was
I wonder if
$15 worth of speed, too.
I wonder if it lives in the failed check. If we don't solve the case tomorrow, maybe we can, like, get our way in there.
Yeah, I suppose so. I'm gonna just sell my bottles real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Go to bed. Yes.
The Tamish, your bottles.
You already sent Kim away. I also want to run out of Everett, I guess, too. And now that we've mailed the signatures to him, see if we can't learn more intel about our gun, since he's the one that's supposed to be following up on that and writing intel.
It also just might be useful to have a gun before we go into the church.
Kim has a gun. He said he's
That's a good point.
Passed 7 of the 10 gun tests, so he's a decent shot.
And he loves giving that gun to us. And I mean, we failed 0 of our 1 gun tests, as it were. But that was a good one to fail, so...
Yeah. It definitely seems like the church is going to be important. But I'm kind of honestly like, expecting a lot to be in there. That's why I'm skirting around it first and just trying to take care of some other stuff first.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I'm wondering if the church is like a turning point.
The bed is still cold from the broken
story.
window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it. The room behind your closed eyelids is familiar now. The only home you've ever known. Its darkness gathers. The last thing you hear is the wind blowing in through the broken window. Then something comes. A kind of sleep.
Oh, Jesus.
Like a deftly cast fishing net. Sleep pulls you
Oh.
out of the world and into its dark
Welcome back,
shore.
Limbic System.
The rough mesh chafes. Tightening around you, it digs into your brain.
Dark Shore, World of Warcraft.
How have things been going for you out there? Helped anyone lately? Saved anyone lately? Murdered anyone lately?
Okay.
Tried.
This bastard isn't even listening to you.
Because you know you are a murderer. A disco music listening psycho killer who offs poor people.
Okay, so I'm a
And
murderer,
then
and that's bad.
Forgets about it.
We kill
Hear
somebody?
that?
Seems like we killed
He
somebody.
doesn't even flinch.
What a few people. Wasn't the
Iceman doesn't
book, I
care
think, or
about
whatever.
killing people.
Oh.
That's nothing
okay.
to him. Blackwater, under the bridge. The thing he's really scared of is much, much worse than that.
Go on.
Don't tell him, sister.
No, I want to
It's
know.
too
I want to know. I
bad.
want to know.
They're right. This is their function. To keep you from it.
Oh man.
We're trying to help you. All these processes, these tortures, voices and tremors are all just distractions, flares and countermeasures to keep you from the last dream. The worst of them all.
Does that mean the dream before the
The
illusion? I'm
last
guessing
dream
maybe.
will be
No,
total
it's dead. Okay.
annihilation.
Overthought.
Cinders peeling off the fuselage. We won't be there to help you anymore, Harry. We will be dormant.
Yeah, I don't know. I was kind of
You
where
will
you
be
were. Like,
naked
I feel like
and alone.
this is all just indicating that, like, our amnesia is
hell.
just literally blocking
An
trauma.
ancient
Yeah.
sadness, brother. 10,000 years later, in front of the video rental, there is a warm breath on your face again. Everything is okay again.
Well, then there's nothing to worry
Everything
about, right?
is so okay.
Hell yeah.
Your
Right.
eyelids flutter open for a moment. When you close them again, you sense the light of the room around you. You're back. In 2 seconds, the alarm will ring.
The last thought in your head before waking is, you need to go to the church.
Yep. Well, we are way ahead of you on that one, Inland Empire.
We know what we gotta do.
That's why we're putting it off.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of putting it off, ever time. Journal time?
Yep.
Oh, right, we got the key. Now, for the hardest part of the game is remembering. I think Kim shows up if you just go downstairs. I was gonna say,
Yeah, he's
remembering how
downstairs.
to make Kim show up.
Yeah, every time.
So no money to pay off the room tonight. Just not gonna worry about it. There he is. Hey, bud.
Alright, Kim, you're with us. We're gonna talk to the penguin.
One of the things in this game that still, I guess, from a UI design is weird to me is the way it has like the two like character portraits in the lower left, and it like looks like, you know, an old CRPG type of thing where you would add more guys over time.
Yeah.
I wonder if everyone's ever gonna join the party.
Temporarily for one scene,
Do you
and
smell
it's just so we
that?
can move around in his crate.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Smelling
Can you
something?
not detect that inimitable whiff of dissatisfaction and restlessness? That sense that the world is in need of dramatic,
You mean some
even
communists
violent,
nearby?
undoubtedly. And the scent is coming from that railing over there. Yes, now's your chance to establish contact.
Alright, well. I'm gonna recruit my first communist at long last. I was thinking about that task, but we talked to so many people with no follow-ups on that, so...
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you? What's that, boy?
Now's your chance. Remember,
Been a long time
communists
since we talked to
are
Call Me
notoriously
Manana.
skittish.
Yeah.
So it's best to insinuate your way in.
Could be coming from one of the
revolutionary,
jam lorries. Cargo's been sitting out for a while. Have you tried a butcher shop?
Okay, maybe it's time to abandon the subtle approach.
Ah, now I see. Can't say I'm surprised. You seem to take your communism seriously. Not a bad thing, mind you. It's good for a man to take time to think about the whole socio-political world picture.
Oh, he certainly likes to take his time with things, especially when politics are at issue.
So you've given
What
up
does that
coffee
mean,
and now
Kim?
you're hunting comunistas. Care to say why?
On a quest to develop my political potential.
A fellow plains roamer in search of greater understanding. A classic story. I wish I could help. Unfortunately, I don't know many comunistas.
Are you sure you smell just like a communist?
Didn't realize you could smell communism. But then, I've never studied the subject.
You can smell all sorts of things. Fear, disgust, desire. Not communism, though. Maybe it's not taught in any of your so-called universities, but there's definitely something going on here.
Ah, but you know, I did meet a genuine ideologo a few months ago. Perhaps
Hey.
he's your guy.
Be nice to me.
You know, a guy with a theory. Someone who likes to pit his theory against other theories in deadly theory combat. It was late one night as I was leaving the arbor. He was waiting on the corner in a bright white jacket. Classic Saramirizian style. He asked me for a light. We
Classic.
shared cigarettes. Then he asked me if I ever thought about getting into some of the extra physical branches of communism.
See, all this political chit-chat is just an excuse to rip tar with strangers. Let's say we just skip right to the good part then.
An extremely cool way to establish contact.
It was alright. A little like something out of a Vespertine spy novel, but I must respect the effort. I couldn't
Where
tell
is he?
you. Once I declined his offer, we finished our cigarettes and he disappeared back into the night. Just before he melted into the shadows, he turned to me and said, "Remember Dobrava and Abadanais." And then he was gone. I don't know.
Okay.
Guess not everyone remembers. Been wondering about that myself. Some comunista inside talk of him. Not meant for the wider public. They love that kind of thing. You'd have to ask someone who knows this ideologo personally. I have to say though, it sounds like you found yourselves a proper hunt.
The man whispers a jaunty tune.
Alright, well. That's something out of it a little bit. Some minor progress on the task, I guess. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. And now we go see what Everett's got for us.
Luckily, it's a gun. For me,
Nah,
not
hopefully it's a fucking
not for
gun.
shooting at me.
Mm-hmm.
Perception. Giant ass print on the pillow and a pattern of coffee rings on the armrest. Someone is habitually chilling next to the radio. Now I'm
Okay.
suspicious of all radios.
The
Yeah.
payphone.
All radios.
So there's things to look at. I already looked at this.
The file cabinet,
Yeah.
the drawer, slide.
Yeah.
I perceive
so
so
long.
many things now. It's just I must perceive all of my surroundings and acquire money and new jackets and clues for some sort of case. What is this doing this task? Find out more of this ideological knowledge. Okay. You know, they have the fast travel from like the Whirling in Rags and the church and the little fisherman's like shacks or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Why not one to up here?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice?
An area that has like 3 to 4 load screens
Oh,
between
hey,
you and
mister.
where you're trying to go.
I need... Sure, mister. Absolute. Oh, yes, yes. Oh, it's...
Power
I don't think
Bush.
that's
I forgot
relevant.
about Leo.
Never
Yeah.
heard of a bush that turns little guys into dogfighters.
Yes, yes. I'm taking... Oh,
I've
sure,
got a new
mister.
task.
Sure.
Wow. It's to deliver some borscht.
Okay. So that's special food. Great.
I
No
can't
problem.
wait to find out it's got drugs in it.
Yeah. Or it's like made out of wild pines people.
Mm-hmm.
Just grind them up.
Yes, of course. Now we're on the right track. It
Trevor being a
smells like
communist.
we're
Yeah.
getting crates and pallets calling to mind. Vast stands of winter pines. A swirl of ancient odors absorbed by heavy carpet fibers. But also a pervasive, treacly sweetness that somehow reminds you of cola nuts. The whole place could probably use a good deep cleaning, you think?
Yep. Let me.
What
look,
is
please.
Everett constantly typing?
Look, something for out on the coffee table. What? Can't.
Just a thought.
Yeah, I want it. Damn it.
You can't have it.
You just tease me with potentially things.
All you can do is
Things.
perceive it.
Mr. Dubois, I hear the meeting with Titus was a glowing success. That's such a relief. Titus can be a handful sometimes. Now, what can Everard
Holy
Clare
shit.
do for you today?
It's been a while, I guess.
Yeah. I'm just gonna take it from the top. Let's ask about the self-underground communists, I guess.
Mr. Dubois, really? Do I look like a man who has time for underground communists? I'm as above ground as it gets.
That's a non sequitur, if you've ever heard one. Yeah, just
Sure thing,
tell me more
Harry.
about 'em.
We're all business now. The answer is still no. I'm a busy man, as you can see. I don't block off time on my schedule for underground types.
That note of contempt
Okay.
in his voice is sincere, sire.
You've already spoken with Manana, as I
Thank you,
understand.
drama.
I'm afraid I don't have anything else for you on this subject. Now, was there
Okay.
anything else you wish to discuss today?
Let's jam out the drug trade.
What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any Johnny Fat guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this?
The reaction appears to be sincere, but it's impossible to tell with this guy, honestly.
No comment.
Harry, you wound me, Harry, in the heart. But I trust you to put this to bed. Do what you must, and let's change
I mean,
the subject, shall we?
Titus literally said he was doing the drug trade, though.
Yeah.
Maybe not literally,
Everett
but-
doesn't know?
He's hiding
seems weird
his
to me.
real reaction beneath courtesy.
Thank you for your understanding.
Because
We will
Drama said it
continue to
was
do what we
maybe
must.
sincere, but it's also possible to tell this guy. So
Yeah.
maybe not, I don't know.
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you, but you never were my favorite. I'm a Harry guy. I'm Team Harry.
Oh, thanks, man.
Harry Potter!
Do we have anything else to do here, Harry?
I just finished investigating the local drug trade.
Ah, yes. Your side investigation. Thank you.
In,
You've got
in
some
that 10
spirit
seconds,
clearing up
we've
phony
solved a
drug
lot.
accusations
Yeah.
alongside this murder. I'll talk to the mayor and see if I can get you the key to the city, Harry. Now let's talk real business.
Actually,
Great.
Rivershell doesn't have a mayor. He refuses to discuss it further.
Huh.
It's probably just a small nuisance to him.
Okay, well, whatever. Talk about the mega rich light bending guy, I
Mega
guess.
rich light bending guy? Oh my god. How did that get in there?
He's
So
so rich
rich.
he can get in
Damn
anywhere.
it to hell, Harry. I specifically told my guys to check all the containers for mega rich light bending guys.
Kim, tell him.
There
Come on.
was a guy in the container. But he didn't bend any light. That was in the detective's head.
I don't know, Kim. I was
Honestly,
seeing
guys,
Kim.
we might be moving all kinds of suspicious things through this harbor, but I won't be caught transporting the light-bending mega rich. I have a reputation to protect.
Yeah. Yes. I agree. Fuck that
You're
guy.
right, Harry. I am a socialist. I'm going to catch the mega rich guy inside the container and harvest his energy to power the harbor's fog
I
lights.
feel like Everett's not taking us seriously.
Yeah.
I shudder to think what you're going to tell me next, Harry.
Not for 1 second did he believe there's an actual mega-rich person somewhere in his container.
Into your shady brew. That must be the task we just got about the.
I don't
Porsche
know
or
what that
whatever, right?
means, Harry. Shady brew? There are
Gotta
so
be.
many moving
I just
parts
passed
to my
over the,
operation. I can't keep. You know what?
Actual relevant
good
stuff
one.
to do
Don't
that
even tell
last.
Yeah.
Whatever
That
it
needs to be
is,
longer.
Of course.
do it. Surprise
course.
me. Just one thing. If you can, make it even shadier.
He sincerely has no idea what you were talking about. And he doesn't care either.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here. We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I helped you get the body down. And I'm helping you find your gun. I'm not a jealous guy.
Joyce said the previous union leader vanished under suspicious circumstances.
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here in time for the voting. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
Wait, there was no mention of a casserole from Joyce.
Harry, Harry, Harry. Do not fixate on this little matter. Maybe it was a rabbit stew, or a hairdryer, or an iron. The point is, her heart wasn't in it. Mine was. It's perfectly okay. Even if you've told her everything we've talked about, it's absolutely fine.
You cannot but notice the prospect of you telling Joyce about your conversations is actually pleasing, Everard.
No,
Weird.
Harry. I'm perfectly neutral and 100% for transparency. I know people say a lot of bad things about the Debardairs Union, but we are actually squeaky clean.
Yes, he really doesn't seem to mind.
I agree with what Kim says.
Yeah,
What do you
big
mean,
agree on the
Harry? Nothing.
factor.
I let him go.
He made concessions before.
He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left. Harry, I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. What is this? Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals.
It's hard to say if he
Great.
really lost his temper, or if this is another one of his tricks. This man almost never angers visibly.
Yes, yes. Low balling, of course. This isn't a casino, Harry. Real people, real livelihoods are at stake here. But everything's a casino for those rich types. If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
Okay.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization. I have no interest in what she is doing.
You said it,
but I
Everett.
myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Everard doesn't
The
mind.
part of him saying, just remember none of this is secret, obviously means, like, I feel like that's implying everything you tell me, I also will have no scruples about not passing on.
It
telling other
is
people.
rather interesting to tell people things about each other, isn't it? It was nice telling him about her right now. This is weird. Not nice weird, but okay.
Alright, I mean, all the
The
signatures,
golden
yes.
boy returns once more. Wonderful. Simply wonderful, Harry. Of course. I already knew this. My friend, the mailman,
70
confirms
XP.
the letter is on its way.
Let's go.
You've done a great thing today. You've given the children of Martinez a future and proven to be a true man of the left. I can finally trust you now. You're in my inner circle. You too, Mr. Kitsuragi. We can talk about anything. The strike, the murder, your lost gun, nothing is off the table.
Sit.
Well done, sire. By guile and deceit, you're in. You don't know his full plan. Perhaps he expected trickery. Perhaps the signatures weren't important. The point is, do not think you're ahead of him.
I'm gonna confront him about the signatures last, because I don't want to throw anything
Yeah,
else.
good
So
call.
just give me the gun.
Harry, I've got to be
Start with
honest
the
with
gun?
you. Your gun was found 2 days ago. Withholding this information weighed heavily on me.
Okay,
But
where
it
is
had
it?
to be done. An old woman has it, and let me tell you, Harry, word on the street is she's a character.
Is it the
So
fucking
watch out.
washerwoman?
No, it couldn't
This
be.
must be the woman who bought the gun from Roy. The one he described as terrifying.
Is the gun still with the woman who bought
Yes,
Roy?
the same one. I see you've done your research. The pawn shop made the gun easy to track. Crazy stuff, Harry. Selling your gun like that? Wild. Anyway, the neighbors of this old woman contacted my men because they trust me and the Debardeurs Union. Apparently, she was waving it around at the entrance to her building.
Oh! You think that's the old lady that we below Cindy the Skull when we couldn't get into that like building on the left near like the joystock? Do you remember that?
Oh,
It was like a super minor little thing, but
Waving the gun.
way in the
doesn't
formerly
sound
known
right.
as the north, now
None
the
of
east of
this
the map.
does.
yeah. Who is this old woman?
Unfortunately, I don't know anymore. You're gonna have to go in blind, Harry. But she's an old lady. How dangerous can she possibly be? Oh, and she calls herself the Pigs.
There it is again. The pigs. Like Roy said, not good at all.
I, for
I don't
one,
remember
find
what
it
Roy said, it was
refreshing.
so long ago.
Finally, someone calls themselves a
Yeah,
pig.
me neither.
Just waving
As
around?
I said, she's a character. I didn't have time for details. It sounds like she's unstable, but don't worry. No one got hurt.
Alright.
I already have. Tonight, starting 10 o'clock, near the old fish market on the coast. The one on the boardwalk, a little past the fishing village. Be careful, Harry. I would never set you up for anything dangerous. but
Okay,
you
we got a
did
meeting tonight
ask
to get our
me.
gun
10.
back.
Now,
Cool.
back to the fun stuff.
Cool.
Yeah,
She
that's
will be
wonderful
there
news.
from 2200 hours till 0200 hours.
More fun stuff. Seems like we already have fun stuff to do.
Did you order the hangman
Order it.
killed?
You know my men didn't kill him. They told you. It was a happy accident. You know how it is. No one takes the initiative. If I wanted him dead, I would have had to do it myself. And I'm too fat for that.
What do you gain from him
Why
being
a
dead?
war, of course.
And what do you have to gain from a war?
Victory, Mr. Kitsuragi. I have victory to gain. We are going to start a war with the Wild Pines group and win before they even realize there is a war.
Yeah, you hear about the Hornets, man?
I have. It's a great story, Harry. Did you also know how the bee colony kills the giant hornet? They swarm and blanket it entirely until it suffers a massive heat stroke and dies.
They cook it alive in its exoskeleton.
Harry, we outnumber
Oh,
them
wow.
1,500 to 1. And that's just Martinez. With all the unions in Revachol, and with public opinion on our side, we can hold off 2 men, or 15 men, or even 50 men. The more they send, the worse it's going to look for them. They made a huge mistake hiring those guys. No one likes foreign mercenaries. The leftists hate them, the fascists hate them, even the moralists think they're in bad taste.
Yeah.
Harry, there is no strike, only war. Class war. Or, in business terms, a dawn raid. Or wait. Is that when you still pay them something? Because we won't do that. We're not gonna give nothing. We're gonna take Terminal B away from them. The roads, the gates, the containers, that big crane, even the damn coffee maker. We're gonna take all of it for the people, and fuck Wild Pines.
The word fuck
Wow.
rings like a gunshot from his mouth. He doesn't swear often.
So that's why you
All
have
right,
a
I believe you.
in.
Yes. It's also why I let that midget Gaumont go. He's too
Whoa.
nice.
Hey!
I can't put him through this. Plus,
Hold on.
he knows how to get in here. That woman can't tell her tits from her arsehole. She has no chance. Tits from her arsehole. It's a local saying.
Actually, no, it's not.
Because we're friends, Harry. Besides, it doesn't matter now. You can go tell her if you want. It won't change the course of events. We have a significant head start. It's already happening.
Okay.
I mean, you already know who killed him, but maybe he'll give us
No
more intel about
idea.
Ruby.
Could have been his own mother for all I know. If you ever find the guy, give him a big fat kiss from Everard Clare.
All right.
Couldn't have
I think
done it
Everett
without
doesn't
him.
actually know.
He really
Yeah.
doesn't know.
I don't. I told you it could have been his own mother. I'm pretty sure it wasn't anyone from the Union. Maybe it was the mob. Or maybe he killed himself because he was a closet socialist. Truth is, I simply don't know.
He really doesn't.
Alright,
I believe him.
how How many you guys are there?
2,372.
Breakthrough imminent.
Plus yours truly, of course.
2,373 is a sizable contingent for a labor organization.
So we've met like 6 of them.
Yeah, the most important 6.
Oh, you mean what sort of goods are going to be flowing through? How am I going to replace all the contacts we'll lose once the poo-poo hits the fan? The clients will ditch us. Harry, we've thought of everything.
Clients would take a well-known multinational conglomerate over a local mobster any day.
Sure, some will go, but mark my words. The company will be unpleasantly surprised to see how many of them stay loyal to Martinez and to the new competitive contracts we can offer. With renewed zeal sparked by communal ownership, the men will be shipping those containers double time. You'll be surprised to see how fast things go without parasites latching on. We'll have our hands free to pursue bold, exotic new revenue streams.
Drug trafficking.
Drug trafficking? Don't be stupid, Mr. Kitsuragi. There are perfectly legal, 100% ethical chemical factories on the Samaran Isola. You don't need to be colonialist about it. All they do is produce components to keep the pharmaceutical industry running. That's people's health we're talking about. Old grannies, little babes, people with disabilities.
Wow, a neurochemical, psychoactive labor uprising stroke hostile takeover.
Yeah.
The company thinks transporting these chemicals in bulk looks bad, has bad optics, may be illegal in some countries. The Debarders Union, however, we're all about the large volume column. We're gonna transport the living daylights out of those materials, Harry. So your sick kid can get his Benefed, and your wacky uncle doesn't have to come off risperazole.
Benefed is a children's cold medicine, usually apricot flavored, and risperazole is used to treat severe psychosis.
And the kids on the street can get speed and pyrrolidone.
I'm an old-fashioned guy, Mr. Kitsuragi. I sometimes grab a beer with the boys, but I have no idea about the things you just mentioned. But if I were to supply ingredients for some sort of rainbow party, I would make sure the Union took a fantastic share. And I'd keep that stuff far away from Martinez.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much what Titus had said, is that they are controlling the drug traffic, but, like, what was it? It was, like, making sure it went to other parts of the city, basically, right?
Yeah, the thinking, too, is some of that, like, thinking where it's like, you know, like, if we're not gonna do it, somebody's gonna do it anyways, so we might as well be in control of it.
He's basically admitting to it.
It's interesting stuff. Yeah, is Ruby helping? I just want to know about
Harry,
Ruby.
if I was supplying raw materials to drug manufacturers, I would need an army of rubies.
Understood.
I like interesting stuff.
You know why you're such a good detective, Harry? You don't get sidetracked. You care about the people you're supposed to protect, not some systems that may or may not be unethical. Anyway, let's not focus on the sensationalism of the drug trade. This hypothetical drug trade is all anyone ever seems to be interested in. It would only be a small part of the harbor's turnover, just like the harbor is, but a small part of Martinez.
So is there a trade or
Let's
not?
look at the big picture. Martinez as a whole. There are little girls out there with dreams of making music.
Oh, that's
Young
beautiful.
mothers who want to start businesses. Models who want to walk catwalks, and steel welders who want to weld steel. I'm going to unite them all into one economic body. We're going to incorporate this place to Kingdom Come. Everyone's going to be in on the wealth, and everyone's going to pull their weight.
Let's keep focusing on the drug trade. He was almost admitting to it.
Yeah, hold on. I don't want to look at the big picture. Tell me more about the drug trade.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me more about the drug trade.
No, Harry. That's boring. All right, it's gone. The hypothetical raw materials trade is off the table. It's such a small and insignificant slice of revenue, I'm cutting it. Boys,
don't believe him.
Harry felt queasy about it.
Me neither.
We're not doing it. Can we talk about my beautiful incorporated Martinez and its many-sided business ventures now? This bold new vision of incorporated socialism I'm offering?
If it's got the word incorporated, then I like it.
If you start thinking about it like that, the
Incorporated
socialist municipal
socialism.
body sort of is like a corporation, isn't it? It uses corporate law. We're incorporated. I like to think we're using the best parts of all the ideologies here, Harry. We're way past specific union members now. This is the big time. We're talking about the future of Revachol here, Harry. You can bother Leonard with that. He loves to run his mouth on such matters. But I'm in big-time mode, Harry.
Alright, what about
Harry,
the construction?
by now, you should know I would never do anything tricky like that. However, if the construction noise and limited street access makes some people consider moving, well, let's just say there'll be freshly renovated buildings near the roundabout where those poor people can finally enjoy a significant uptick in quality of life. I'm talking real affordable workers' palaces.
So the village is doomed.
You were there. You saw the place. A wasteland.
I mean,
There's
it
nothing
does sound
left.
like he's
But mark
forcing
my
people
words, officers,
into
we are going to reset
working for
it.
his new corporation, which is such a huge improvement over the current corporation they're working for.
Reset.
Yeah, and living in
I have
his
big
apartment
plans
building.
for Martinez,
Yeah.
and they do not include humans living in those pig sheds on the coast. That land will be used for municipal buildings and commerce. Harry, imagine a youth centre supermarket church complex, employing hundreds, no, thousands of people. The coast will be lit up with enterprise and life. All those ruins out there turned into low-income housing.
I just completely glazed over on imagine a youth center supermarket church complex.
Yeah,
really,
you know,
really something
everything.
special.
We're taking this district back. The war was 50 years ago, for God's sake. It's time to move on. Yes, I do. I got the centre, I got room for a retail complex, and in 4 years, I'll get the church too. The wheels are already turning, Harry. The wheels of progress. This post-war limbo, I won't stand for it. There are kids practically playing with their own feces out there. It cannot go on.
The pain is true. He's seen kids do worse than that.
I'm not a symbolist, Harry. I'm a realist. My statue will be Martinez rebuilt. 5-story building complexes, workers on welfare, and landowners in Azon hating me. That will be my statue. And yours.
Well, I'm
We're
gonna tell you
doing
right
this
now, I'm
together.
definitely not gonna like confront him about anything. So
Yeah.
Oh, I do, Harry. I really do.
keep him thinking he's on
I'm
my
gonna
side
make
at least.
the working man as rich as Joyce Messier with that boat of yours. That's my job. Just like yours is to keep the peace.
A true flash of anger in him as he thinks of her.
Great,
all right.
Harry, great. I think we have truly built a bridge between Martinez and Jamrock today. We have united the RCM and the Debarders Union. This has been so great. I'm sorry we don't have more fun things to do together, but if you ever feel like bouncing something off me, my door is always open. I'm always happy to
Okay,
educate.
so
Very nice.
We've kind of wrapped up Everett, I think.
Yeah, for at least
Is
for
the
now.
implication there.
Bringing
Yeah,
of the law,
like-
Law Jaw.
See what we get real quick from this though.
Okay, so we now know why you have Law Jaw. Why you say the law in a weird manner. And why your jaw does that thing.
Succeed
You
all
had
hand-eye
polio as a
coordination
child.
passives.
So yeah,
haven't
this
gotten
that is like
vaccinated.
useless though. Like I
Must
don't
have been right after the revolution.
I don't care about passives. I want to pass skill checks.
Yeah.
We have 2 skill points. Oh my god.